We just caught this super rainbow trout. We're going to cook it up on a grill, but we're going to be using our own homemade charcoal.
Welcome to TA Outdoors. This is another catch and cook episode, but this time we are going to try and catch a fish that's so big it won't fit on the barbecue.
And not only is that fish going to be humongous, we're going to try and cook it on charcoal, wait for this, that we've actually made ourselves. Right, what's happened is, just first walking around, spotted a fish or two, so we're going to try and get our underwater footage for you, so at least you know there are some trout in there. We might be able to catch them, we might not, but this way, at least you'll be able to see something, we hope. Yeah, the take was absolutely a nip.
Very slow today, aren't they, the fish?
Just the absolute, you have to see the mouth. I don't think you'd ever feel the take on it.
Yeah.
It's a heavy fish, he's not going mad, but I think it's a pretty heavy fish. Oh, gets on my knees and never get up again. That's a good fish. That's going to go over 5, I reckon.
Yeah, he's a 5, I'd say. Always.
Oh,
no.
No,
Yeah, we missed him. Yeah, fly was just hanging there.
Going home now. Oh, he's come off. Oh, no, nearly. Has he missed him? Somebody gave you the fly. It's a harvest. Thanks, pal. We've heard that saying, he died from a bolt from the blue. Well, this one I put to sleep with
A bolt.
from my pocket, because the last fishery I went to with Mike, I forgot to pick my priest up. This, by the way, is used for dispatching the fish, which I already have done with this one. I just want to show you how they're taken in this hot weather. He's absolutely nipping at the fly. The fly is just literally right in the corner, just in that top corner of the jaw there. So he's just absolutely nipped at it. But that is a real prime. In fact, at barbecue, I don't think it's that wide. I don't know what we're going to do now. But there you go, it's a rainbow trout. You can see the rainbow on the side. So we're going to get this guy filleted, cleaned, probably take the fillets off it, and get it straight in the cooler. We've actually got a cool box as well. So we're going to leave the guts inside this for now, because I just want to get the fillets off, and leaving the guts in there gives it a nice firmness of meat. Now these aren't my knives, these are the knives at the fishery. Make this insertion down there, and then I can get this knife in, which I feel is sharp, and gradually work my way just along the edge of the backbone. Now listen, don't expect a work of art. Once you get to the backbone, you can run that blade of that knife along. It's always nice using your own knife. You're never really quite sure how sharp somebody else's knife is. I'm just going to cut around the back here. This is it's like a weird one. This is like a saw blade. I'm going to go down here. See that way, and then I'm just going to gradually, to almost hear how close that is coming to the bones. Just gradually stroking it almost, the blade of the knife against the edge of the bones here. I mean, obviously, fishmongers do this people that process fish in about 3 or 4 sweeps of the knife. I don't. Most anglers don't. And most of the meat is in this back portion, the top half. Most of the meat of the fish. But we also go shark fishing on the Totally Awesome Fishing Show, so none of this, the entrails and the carcass, I can assure you, do not get wasted. You can see beautiful red meat. Look, I'm just running my edge of that knife along there. I'm going to come in there, just cut that piece off. Yes, we know there's bits of meat left in the tail, there's bits of meat left on the bone. But generally, that piece is just fat. That's the belly just there. So you can see there's almost a line. I'm going to come right along that line, like this. And there you have a lovely, fresh piece of meat. The bones are all still here. I can fillet this off. What I'm going to show you. If you want belly meat, that's fine. A lot of people don't like belly meat. Look, there's belly meat there. But all I'm saying to you guys is, if we're in a survival situation, of course you're eating this. We're now in a culinary situation, so it's totally different. And then what you can do is take the skin off, and I'm going to try and take the skin off of this one. So I wish I had my own knife. We should have bought our own knife, but it's skin side down. Skin side down. I just get it started. It's a bit tricky to get started, and you're just basically running the blade of the knife against the skin. Then you can get, what some people do, I'll show you, we do it the proper way, is just nick that skin, like that. You can see I made a split there, look, then I can work my finger through the skin, he says, hopefully like this. Look, it just gives me a bit of grip when I'm sliding that knife backwards and forwards. You can cook it with the skin on, or by doing this, and you wiggle the skin at the same time. And we get to the other end, you will see I've got 99% of the meat off of that, and now I've got a beautiful piece of meat there. That just needs washing off. I'm going to put it straight in the cooler with the chiller. Wash that all off completely, both sides now. All the blood's gone, it's all clean. I'm just going to cut it in half, which is probably about the size that we're actually going to cook up on the charcoal grill. It's going in here, and I've got a frozen cool box. So I'm just going to put that in first and lay the fillets across the top like that. I'm not putting the fillets in first and then this, because the weight of that might just crush the fillets. The heat's starting to crank up now. We're looking at, it's 11:45. It's about as high as the sun gets. So I'm going to have a go for those trout down there and just move it, probably let it lay on the gravel, the fly, and then just pop it about that much off the gravel, up and down like this, as though it was an insect that's hatched out in the gravel trying to work its way towards the surface. Now those fish are in there because they want to stay cool. Hopefully I can get in there and I might just sneak a take out of them. Actually lost a trout before on this fly here. I don't know what you're going to see is I'm going to put it in the foregrip there. Put it in the foregrip. I lost them on the black one of these, and I put this green one on, which is like a sort of damsel fly colour, I guess. And I'm going to give that a drop, just dropping it vertically to the bottom, and see if one of these fish are in a biting mood. Well, people, Mike shouldn't have gone off back to the car to get the drone, and I've got a fish on here. Fancy leaving his dad with a fishing rod. That's totally awesome. Another trout on or off. It came off, and it's that lovely barbless hook again. But at least you can see those fish are taken.
So that was probably one of the hardest trout fishing sessions we've ever had.
Tough one.
It was difficult. Dad caught the only fish of the day. I blanked, unfortunately, but that's just the way it is. We're glad we got something. We're back here at Dad's house now, and we've got a barbecue. By the way, that guy in the background there is Doug. That's Dougie. Dougie, we call him Dougie. And yeah, he's there. He does, well, he changes attire every now and then, doesn't he?
He does, yeah. There's a clothes change, a summer clothes and a winter clothes. My wife changes him and says, Dougie needs new trousers. So shortly Dougie will be getting rid of the red winter trousers, and he'll be going into more summer wear. He might be in a pair of shorts, and the reason is we've got a couple of 3 ponds around here. One's totally dried up, isn't it?
Yeah, completely dried out.
The other two are on the way, but that's there. Dougie's on guard duty for the heron, who ate every single fish.
Yeah.
So Dougie is useless, but he's more than welcome to come to our family barbecue.
So what are we going to do, Dad?
We are going to lift the lid off of that. We're going to open an old Christmas tin biscuit box, and inside you will find what I consider to be the finest British homemade charcoal known to man. You think I know what I'm talking about, don't you? You think this man really knows how to make his own charcoal? He doesn't. This is the first time I've ever had a go at making charcoal. But I've got some here. We're going to light it with a bit of paper and some wood, and fingers crossed it combusts. So what I'm going to do is get the grill off. We used it the other day. Screw some paper. Well, I was going to screw some paper. Hang on a minute. I think I've read this one.
That's the Sea Angling News.
Big shore called bass. Oh, I want to know where that is. That's what we need to get on the barbecue.
That's what we need to cook.
Yeah, so we're going to put some paper on there first.
No bushcraft here.
Homemade charcoal, folks. You can see what it is. Is it going to light? Is it going to burn? I've no idea. We'll find out.
That's what life's all about, is testing things,
in the next
isn't it?
half an hour.
Experimenting.
It looks and feels like barbecue. You know, it's that funny sort of
Yeah, it is, isn't
volcanic.
it? Well, it's just light. It's just charred wood, really,
ash.
isn't it?
It's
Charred wood.
charred. Now, which is the best side of this wood to start it. Hang on a minute. No, it's not that side. Got it. That was lucky. Well, no, I do proper bushcraft. You can see I've just done it. I'll just do it. No. There you go. Look, what's wrong with that? Sparky, sparky. Not a problem. And then, of course, being a true bushcrafter, I can add. It's barbecue fluid. It might help the situation a little. It's called barbecue fluid for a reason. We'll see if this does actually work. It looks like it's going.
It's going, yeah.
There's some peculiar sensation about holding this bottle like this. I feel it needs a bit of a magic flick. Oh yes, I knew there was something missing. In one bottle though, Mike. Sorry about that, mate. A lot of poisoning going on in England with all that spy stuff, so maybe best test it first.
Perfect timing, eh?
I'm actually pretty amazed with that charcoal. That's the first time I've made charcoal, if that's what it is, but that's how I understand you make it. Who knows what wood it is, what come down from our property here, but I've used whatever wood there is. Do you guys know what's the best wood for charcoal? That has got to burn down before you cook on it, I feel. We'll give it a coating and let that trout sort itself out. Can't catch any more. That's all we caught. Look at that butter, man. Oh, look.
Oh,
Here we come, heart attack, I should think. Cholesterol city.
The Brits and their butter, we love it.
Yeah. Bit of lemon juice. You want lemon juice?
Yeah, I'll have some lemon juice, yeah.
A little bit of lemon juice, and to finish off, just a hint of balsamic vinegar for the salad. Excuse fingers, won't you? It's only been catching slimy trout.
It's only trout, yeah.
It's only trout. It's going to all taste fishy at the end of the day.
What a fish.
And the final thing is, I was down there on that barbecue, working and slaving away. I thought, you know what? That last beer didn't taste too right. I thought, I don't want my son being ill, so I thought, I better have another one just to make sure it's okay. Look, you've got to do this for family.
Is this quality control?
This is quality control by a father for his son.
That's
Smells
commitment.
okay, Mike?
Yeah. What about the taste?
That's okay, and that really is the last one. It's pretty nice, actually. Now watch your bones.
Yeah.
It's filleted by a complete idiot. It tastes okay.
That's good.
Just watch the bones. That's a big chunk of trout to cook, so you got to make sure when you take a big fillet off a big fish that it's cooked all the way through. I feel a job well done.
That's good. Cheers, Dad.
Cheers, no problem, mate. Enjoy that.
That's good.
And of course, if you want to know how I made that charcoal in that old Christmas box thing, you know, it's a biscuit tin, check it out now. We'll show you the footage and then what's happening after the footage when you've seen how I made the charcoal. And please feel free to tell us if I'm doing it wrong, because I don't know. That's just how I figured they made charcoal.
We're just experimenting here.
And where are you off to next?
So after this, we've got another kind of catch and cook. We actually went down to the coast. We did some sea fishing together. You're going to see some of that footage from that sea fishing session. And we did cook up some food there as well. So enjoy it. There's plenty more cooking and stuff coming up. Thank you very much for watching. Keep watching and let us know at the end of the video whether you enjoyed it.
Cheers.
Cheers. Southwesterly winds. We're on the south coast of England. Got my dad here with me behind. He's about to start rigging up. This is the view. Incredible. Look at that. I was saying to Dad just now, I've never seen it this clear. Usually when I come here, it's fairly strong swell. It sort of really washes up the water, makes the clarity a bit difficult. But I've got a really good feeling today. We've got ragworm, which is the main bait that we catch wrasse down here on the south coast.
He doesn't actually know what I bought, guys, for eating. It's going to be a surprise for him.
Okay. I'm used to just ham sandwiches. Right, let's rig up.
Fingers crossed he knows what he's talking about. You've had wrasse here, Mike?
I've had wrasse here, yeah. We've had them to probably about three pounds. No 4 pounders, but about 2.5 to 3 pounds. And well, what can you look? South facing, you can't complain, can you? Look at this. I don't know if you guys can see the clarity on the water. That is the clearest. I've been coming here years. That is the clearest I've ever seen that ever. That's really, really clear. We've got what, southwesterly coming in here, I'd say.
It looks like a southwesterly, I'd say, yeah. The ragworm is shocking, but then the guy in the tackle shop did say the ragworm is shocking. Not so shocking that he didn't charge us for it. So I've come around here on the headland and I'm going to try a little bit deeper. You can see absolutely spectacular scenery here. Just at the moment there appears to be no fish. A lot of these boulders, one assumes, are where it's crashed down in the water up here and then broken down. But we're giving it a go. Mike is back up over on the cliffs up there and I've come right down the back here along the side.
Well, that is a classic small wrasse. They've actually got spikes all over their dorsal fin. Look at the colours in that though. Unbelievable colours in these fish. I'd say they probably eat crustaceans and stuff, don't they, Dad?
Yeah, limpets off the shellfish.
Small sort of shellfish and things like that. But we'll get this guy back, and hopefully they grow a lot bigger than this. Well, fishing's been pretty tough, so we've come back to the car, and I've realised there's some extra stuff in the cooler anyway, so you've come prepared.
You thought it was bait. You thought it was bait. It's not. But although we can't catch a fish, we can still eat them, because I've got tucked in here, right on the cooler blocks, 2 prime, chunky rainbow trout cutlets.
Boy, they look good.
Now, we've never cooked cutlets before, have we?
Not like this.
We've
We've
done
cooked trout
whole fish,
plenty of times.
you've done whole fish on a spit,
yeah,
and you've done fillets, but we haven't done cutlets, so you guys better tell us what to do with them. But we're going to cook them in there, and we've got some asparagus as well, butter, lemon, and
wine.
Liquid refreshment. We decide how much we're going to put in there. So I guess what, fire the old girl up?
Let's do it. Well, we've got the trout, some potatoes, asparagus, even got some garlic and herb sauce. Dad's even brought some San Miguel beers.
Got to get it right, guys, haven't you? Got to get it right.
Do you want some garlic and herb?
Yeah, try a little bit
Yeah.
on the potatoes, yeah. Anyway,
I'll put it to the side.
Okay.
A bit of lemon, cooked in white wine. We may have not caught any fish today. Well, we caught a couple of fish, but small ones.
Might caught a couple of
But
fish,
at least we've got some food.
Potatoes are good.
Potatoes.
Jersey Royal potatoes is Jersey Royals, these ones, guys.
I'm going straight in for the trout.
We're going straight in for the bottle opener, guys. He really hasn't got his priorities right, has he?
That's fair.
Well, there we go, people. Good luck with it. Cheers. Cheers to everybody out there, and we'll see you hopefully shortly with either a fish or some other form of outdoor stuff.
Don't forget to check out Dad's YouTube channel, TA Fishing, as well. All the links in the description. If you're into fishing or you want to learn about fishing, go and head over there and hit the subscribe button.
He likes that trout, doesn't he?
He loves trust. He's not even chewing it, it's just swallowed.
Good boy. Oi, I want my hand back. Good boy.
I think he likes it.
He scoffed that, didn't he?
Yeah.
Look at that, look at it. Saved me having a shower.
So for those that are new to the channel, Theory Time is where myself or Dad usually pitch sometimes a wacky theory, sometimes not so wacky, out to you. And you guys give us some feedback in the comment section about what you think about the theory. You just give your opinion. You don't need to be nasty, you don't need to be rude. Just give your opinion. It's nice to for us to read through the comments and see them. So the theory today is on primitive man. And we were just talking earlier, actually. It's not really a theory. This is just one of the many random father and son chats that we have.
But it's basically what we were saying
it's
somebody
really-
like me or Mike, we're let's
skinny.
say, strong, fit, wiry, thin, muscular. Look at these guns. That's what you call a pair of guns, boy. But what we're saying is, we probably wouldn't last very long. We'd have to kill in the first 48 hours. Because if somebody's got a lot of body fat, they still couldn't run as fast, say, as we could to kill something, but they would live longer. They would deteriorate more slowly.
Well,
wouldn't they?
what their
'Cause
body would do is
eat the
their
fat.
body's going to eat their body is going to eat their fat, the fat in the body first, the body fat, and that's what it's going to do. And they're going to eat it will use that.
Yeah.
Once it's burnt through the body fat, it will then start burning through muscle.
Exactly.
The problem is we don't have much body fat on us.
It's going to eat the
so
muscle.
it's going to start
Yeah.
eating our muscles away quicker,
Straight
which
away.
will make us feel more lethargic, therefore make our brain less active.
Yeah.
We won't be as sharp, we won't be as alert, which means things like intuitive hunting and things like that, we just wouldn't be as good at.
So basically,
So
we're saying,
coming to the theory, we've gone off on one, is...
something to do with that.
Yeah. Primitive man, we were just saying, obviously primitive man lived, and women, lived off meat. Mostly. That
Yes.
was the primary diet, was meat and fish. Now, eventually they learned about smoking fish and preserving fish, so they could kill, and mammals, they could kill large mammals and fish and preserve that meat to be able to live sustainably for a longer time. However, it takes a lot of time and energy in order to hunt.
Yes.
Just to proactively hunting takes a lot of time and energy. So what we wanted to know was, at what stage did primitive man start introducing carbohydrates, carbs into their diets?
And vegetables.
Obviously it's come from vegetables and roots, plant roots and things like that. But what stage did they think, did they know to mix this in with their main diet? It's a strange one. We were just talking about it earlier.
When was the change made?
The change, yeah.
Did they...
And how?
Had they killed all the animals within their survivable area? Because don't forget, let's say you had a camp, say you had your bushcraft camp with the big hunting tower.
Yeah.
Some of you guys probably see it, unbelievable views on it. He's got this big hunting tower. But let's say practically you were using that hunting tower, you're going to kill stuff from here for 100 yards, we'll say. Could be a gun, could be a bow and arrow, could be whatever.
Yeah.
You've eaten it out. Now you're going to burn more energy to go further and further and further to find the same amount of protein. So perhaps all those people that lived in caves had to eventually become nomadic and move to different grounds.
So primitive
They
man
had to
didn't
move.
build huge camps. They moved. They were constantly.
nomadic.
They followed the herds of
I
animals.
think
That's what they followed. That's the way we're thinking. They followed the herds of mammals, generally big, large mammals, because they've got the big fat content on them.
Yeah, they want the fat
But
from
we
them.
were just discussing, you need carbohydrates, and they must have got them from plants, obviously, and roots and things like that. But at what stage did they know, oh, if we eat more than this, then we feel less lethargic? Obviously their brains weren't as clever as our brains are now. But
Well, some of them.
well, that's true, yeah.
Your mother's inside.
Let us know your opinions on what you think, guys. Because,
Yeah.
this is not black and white. We're not telling you this as fact. This is just, what is your opinion on primitive man, and when did they discover plants? Well, thanks so much for watching this episode. Let us know your thoughts on that Theory Time. We'll try and get some more to you. Also, give us some suggestions on what you'd like to see on Theory Time. Is there a question on your mind that you'd like to get out to us?
Yes,
and maybe
right,
we'll
yeah.
pick one from the
Yeah.
comments section. If you like fishing, subscribe to Dad's channel, TA Fishing, or Totally Awesome Fishing. It's on YouTube as well, weekly videos. Dad's been doing some really long movie style ones.
Yeah, sharks.
Solo trips, catching sharks and things. It's awesome. Go and check it out. Go and hit the subscribe button. And merchandise as well. Thank you to everyone
Yeah,
who's
Mike,
bought
got it.
TA tops, TA Outdoors tops and things like that. I'll pop a link to those in the description. We appreciate all your views. We appreciate all your
Exactly.
comments.
It's a way of supporting, isn't it?
Yeah, thank you so much. And I hope you've enjoyed this video, and we'll see you real soon.